offensively in the last 6 minutes or so?
We didn't make shots, and they did. It's a simple game. Like, it wasn't a high-scoring game, possession by possession. Going off the top of my head, we had a lot of open shots that we just didn't make, and they made a couple more. Like, if you make those shots, then it's a different ballgame. It's pretty simple.
How much of a miss? I mean, it's obviously a missed opportunity. How frustrating is it?
It's frustrating, but, you know, we got to go through this team. This is a really good team. So we know how tough they are. We got to put them away. We had a number of opportunities. We didn't do it tonight, so we get one more crack at it whenever we play.
How do you put the disappointment of tonight aside to get ready for Sunday?
I mean, this is the NBA. You know what I mean? Like, we play a lot of games, so you don't play as well as you would like. You know, one game. The beauty is you got another opportunity at it, and so that's what we got next game.
Guys, are there any twice up there, but going into Game 7, does the other 2 wins at Boston give you guys some extra confidence?
Yeah. I mean, we'll watch film. We can get better, but honestly, like, this is a close game the entire game, you know, especially in that second half. They made a couple threes. We didn't make the shots. If we make the shots, we win the game. It's nothing more than that. It's simple.
Is there any particular reason you think this has been such a seesaw series for you individually?
I mean, tonight is just, it's frustrating because I'm number one as far as fouls that don't get called. Like, it's a fact. So it's frustrating as a player. So when, you know, the officiating tell you at halftime, and then, you know, we missed a couple fouls. That right there goes to missed shots and fouls, which is giving me a rhythm to transition points for them. You know what I mean? So a couple of them was shot clock. Like, I'm not going to look at my shooting percentage. I did a lot of really good things offensively. Defensively, they did a really good job. Like, their game plan was to pack the paint. They started 2 bigs, and they packed the paint. So they forced us to make shots. You know, it's not a hard game. I'm not going to go out there and force it. And, you know, obviously I want to score the basketball, but I'm a playmaker as well. So I don't look too much at scoring.
Doc, as the team was talking about trust and how tonight there wasn't trust.
There was some trust. We just didn't make shots. Like, we make a couple shots, we celebrate. It's a different ball game. Look at the film. It's simple.
James, Tyrese just said that if you do have to go to Boston and go to war on their court for a Game 7, he said that this is the group he would most want to do that with. He has a lot of faith in you guys. Where do you feel that faith in your team?
100%. Like, training camp going into the season, Boston was in the finals last year. So somehow, some way, we had to get through this team. Like, they've been together for some years. They're well coached. They got a lot of depth. Like, everybody knows that. You know what I mean? Like, you got to get through them. And Game 7, like, we're taking our chances.
Do you think an extra day in between Game 7 will help Joel and some other guys?
I hope so. I hope so. Whatever we need to do to get our mind right, we'll do it. But, yeah.
They made the starting lineup change. How do you think that affected the game, the 2?
I don't think it did. I think we, like, it wasn't, I mean, obviously they got off to a really good start, and we climbed our way back into the game. So I just look at it that second half to where, all right, they started their big lineup. They tried to do a really good job of just leaving Robert Williams in the paint and helping off PJ. You know what I mean? So we just got to make them pay for it. If they want to start the lineup next game, we're going to find some ways to counter it and be ready to go.
James, you mentioned the transition points. What makes them in particular tough to guard in those?
5 guys that can push the basketball. You know what I mean? Like, we take a shot, we return the basketball over, they get out in transition. First half, I think they scored double digits in transition point 18. That's too many. You know what I mean? The second half, I don't even know. It's probably way less than that. But, like, that's the difference of the game right there. Transition and then making them mislead.
Thank you, James.
Making the shots and not making the shots. You heard from James Harden. We're going to talk about him coming up. And we're also going to hear from Joel Embiid. So stick with us here. Sixers postgame live.
I've seen opportunities for him to crash the glass. And that was important. And secondly, and most important, is I want to see better body language. Sometimes when plays was called, I know we want a foul, and it was blatant fouls, but like I said, it went both ways. It wasn't just one side. The rest was letting y'all play through it. I would like to see more effort as far as controlling your body language. And it happened once, and it happened twice, it happened multiple times. After a couple of times, they say, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and play the game.
James Harden said the refs told him at halftime we missed a couple, and he said that doesn't do much for me. But those 10 rebounds, as you pointed out, for Joel Embiid, all defensive rebounds, 0 offensive rebounds. Let's check in with Joel Embiid after this one.
Joel, what did you feel like the biggest issue was with the half-court offense down the stretch?
I think it was 3 things. We had a lot of wide-open shots. We didn't make them. We stopped moving the ball. and I don't think I touched the ball the last 4 minutes of the game. You know, like I said, missed a lot of good looks. I didn't touch the ball at all.
Can you talk about how the Celtics going double bigs tonight affected you guys offensively?
It did. We missed a lot of shots. You know, the shots that we would take every single night, you know, we missed a lot of wide open shots tonight, and that made us pay for it. I mean, we only made 8 threes, and then obviously that made, you know, 15 of them. I thought that's where the game was.
Well, those moments down the stretch where the team is struggling to get to the ball, what are those conversations like, you know, in between the breaks back in the huddle for you guys to kind of plug yourselves and make sure you can
I think, I mean, I don't think we struggled to get me the ball. I thought, you know, to start that fourth quarter, I was aggressive and got the ball, and we scored a few times on that. And then I just think, you know, our offense kind of stalled a little bit. We stopped moving the ball, and we stopped making plays for each other like we have been doing all night. And, you know, that was a result of, you know, not getting good shots and the ball, you know, not moving enough.
Was that stuff you guys were doing yourselves, Joel? Or was that stuff, were they doing stuff to you guys to get you guys out of the stuff that was working?
No, I think we've been pretty good all season about, you know, those type of situations. I just thought tonight we were a little flat because of that shot making in the fourth quarter. I thought instead of, you know, getting back to ourselves, we just, you know, we started playing, you know, by ourselves. And, you know, in those situations, you know, we, like I said, we got to stick together, and we got one more. And honestly, we feel, I feel pretty good about it. We just, you know, as a make or miss league. Tonight, we missed a lot of good open looks that we're going to make, and you just got to go to Boston and, you know, keep walking and, you know, knock those down.
Doc said that you kind of talked about it already, but Doc thought that you guys didn't trust the offense the way you had been. Is that?
No, that's the key. I mean, like I said, yeah, we didn't move the ball. The offense, you know, stalled, and, you know, we pretty good when, you know, we move the ball. We play with each other, and the ball moves side to side. We get into our sets. You know, we, like I said, I got to be, you know, more demanding, but kind of went away from what was working at the beginning of that fourth quarter. Yeah, but, you know, as a big, it's hard to, you know, go get the ball and, you know, just create, you know, for yourself. But, you know, I just got to go get it.
When the offense kind of falls into those issues, how much then does that, or can that fuel their transition game?
I mean, between missed shots, I thought the whole key was really, they got a lot of runouts, lucky bounces on those missed shots. They got a lot of opportunity to just get in transition and just attack early, you know, due to those misses and, you know, crashing the boards. So, like I said, yeah, make a miss late. Feel pretty good about it. I mean, you know, they make shots. We just got to make sure we're ready for Sunday. You know, big game for us. You know, Game 7. You know, who doesn't love Game 7? So it's going to be exciting.
Offense was clearly a big issue this one, but defensively, do you feel like there was anything you guys maybe could have done differently to take this and
I mean, I thought we did a pretty good scrambling tonight, but you know, like, that made a lot of tough shots. You know, and the way that started the game too, we didn't start the game we wanted to. We didn't send the message that we're too comfortable. You know, Brogdon coming off the bench made a, you know, you had 11 quick points in that first quarter, and you know, between, you know, the momentum time changing between, the stupid-ass goaltend, those type of calls, that just can't happen. This is the playoffs. If you're gonna make those type of calls, you got to be sure about it, and that's just not okay.
A couple more guys. Joel, they changed the lineup for 2 games. Just how did that affect you?
It didn't affect us. I already answered it. We didn't affect us. We missed a lot of wide open looks tonight. I'll take them. Got to keep shooting them. There's a reason why they went to that double big. To have someone to protect the rim, and he was pulling over every single time. So that's where we got to have that trust and, keep moving the ball and finding guys and, trusting each other and, keep taking those shots. I thought we had a lot of good opportunities, and we just got to convert them.
How do you guys, obviously you guys had a chance to end the series tonight. How do you kind of collect your group and get ready for Sunday?
I mean, we know what we gotta do. We've gone on the road. We've won. It's not gonna be easy in that environment, but same thing. Got a good start, better than we were tonight, and everybody has to step up, starting with me. I gotta, I guess I gotta be more aggressive and as far as shooting and making sure I get my teammates open looks and everybody else has to do their job and everybody has to show up. So, but it's gonna be fun. Game 7, that's why you play, for those type of games. And tonight was pretty tough, but we know how much we could have been better. Missed a lot of good opportunities, especially going into the fourth up 2. They made a lot of tough shots, and but that's the name of the game. Got to respond and got to go win.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, everybody.
Got to respond, got to go win. We're going to talk a little bit about everything that Joel Embiid had to say about the 3 things he pointed out as to why they lost. When we come back here on Sixers Postgame Live, brought to you by g.o.a.t Auto Insurance. Stick with us. 3 things, he says, they fixed those.
Only to lose Game 5 in Boston, come home, score 75 points, and lose Game 6. To have to go to Boston on Sunday, seemingly to end the series. But guess what? The Sixers came up with a huge win in the Boston Garden to go to the NBA Final.
We talked about some of the substitution patterns on the Boston Celtics. We got to talk about some of the substitution patterns on the Sixers. Interesting to go with some of the guys they did. How do you think Doc's going to play this one on Game 7?
I think all cards are on the table. Like, I think Doc's going to go what is working. If somebody's not getting off early or not playing adequate enough, he's going to pull them quick and get somebody else in there. You got to bring it out. That game is the most important game for the season.
All right, it is Game 7. Joel Embiid said it. Everybody loves the Game